Yo, what's poppin', Rare Candy fans? It's your boy Zach Lesage, and we are back here on the Rare Candy YouTube channel. So I hope you've been enjoying our videos lately. I've been enjoying creating them lately, and for this, we're going to be continuing on my series of the post-rotation staples that we have in our Ultra Prism to Unbroken Bonds format. So for those of you who don't know, Pokemon.com released an article that basically said, right before Worlds, we're doing a rotation, it's going to be Ultra Prism on. And we were like, yeah, literally, that's exactly what my face was. But that being said, it's going to keep the format fun and fresh going to Worlds in an otherwise stale format, and it's going to be Ultra Prism all the way up until Unbroken Bonds and any set that gets released, including the most recent set that's coming out, Unified Minds, that's coming out within the next couple weeks of the filming of this video. So that being said, I want to dive in some of the cards that allow you to search out your Pokemon, aka the Pokemon searchers of our format. So I don't want to waste too much of your time. I know that your time is valuable to you. So let's just jump right into this video and jump into Shiinotic, the mushroom Pokemon, or actually the illuminating Pokemon. Looks like a mushroom to me though. So we're looking at this card for the ability Illuminate. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a fairy Pokemon, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. Now, I'm not sure how many fairy type Pokemon you're going to want to search for, because fairy type has not been one of the most dominating types in the game, but if it ever becomes a dominating type in the game, this card is currently legal for this format, so be sure to check it out if you are building a fairy type deck. Next up on the list, we got Scatterbug with Abnormal Outbreak. Kind of a weird ability. You can use this ability only if you go second, once during your first turn, sorry, this ability is a mouthful, so you can only use this ability if you went second, and it's your first turn of the game. You may search your deck for a Spoopa and a Pavilion. You don't need to be active, you can use it whatever, but it gets you a Spoopa and a Pavilion and put it into your hands. Now, I know in Japan, a few players have dabbled around with an unknown hand deck that this card basically allows you to get off a turn 1 unknown hand or a turn 2 unknown hand. That being said, I did want to include it because that might become viable in the future more around the globe, so be sure to keep your kind of eyes peeled for that kind of strategy if it does come out. And you did hear about it at this video. It does technically search out Pokemon, but I don't know how often we're actually going to be searching out Spoopa and Pavilion. Next up on the list, we got Emolga. So it's got Nuzzly Gathering, Cute Pokemon, the Sky Squirrel Pokemon. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Pokemon that has the Nuzzle attack. Reveal it, put it into your hand. So Emolga can search out another Emolga, which you could actually put away back into the deck with Pokemon Communication. I know the Lost March has used this strategy for a while, and you want to know what? With us losing Nest Ball and Ultra Ball, it might become a viable strategy in our next format. So if you're looking for a little bit of an extra way to boost your Pokemon Communication, Emolga might be that card for your deck. Next up, we got Nidoqueen. She is definitely an angry mama. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Pokemon that is not a GX and reveal it, put it into your hand. So you can search your deck for anything. Basic, Stage 1, Stage 2, anything that's not a GX. So Queen's Call, quite notably, this card is used with Meganium that allows you to evolve your Pokemon very quickly, and other support cards. Nidoqueen, it hasn't really seen too much success on its own, but it has seen success in that deck. All those cards do seem currently format legal, so maybe you want to try to build a Nidoqueen Meganium deck. But beyond that, maybe we'll see Nidoqueen in the future because Power Lariat is able to be used with triple acceleration energy. Next up, we got our first item on this list. We got Electromagnetic Radar. You can search your deck for up to 2 combination of Lightning Pokemon GX or Lightning Pokemon EX. I guess in this format, we're really not searching for EX, but maybe if you're looking at this video for Expanded, just to kind of broaden your horizons, Electromagnetic Radar, it doesn't say anything about basic Pokemon, so if you are looking for Pokemon such as Ampharos GX or Electro GX, if you're trying to build some kind of Lightning type deck, this card is usually a staple. As of right now, I'm playing this card in my Pikachu Zekrom GX deck to search out Dedenne and Pikachu Zekrom GX. Next up, we got Friend Ball. Holla holla friends up, whoop over here, whoop whoop. Search your deck for a Pokemon with the same type as one of your opponent's Pokemon in play. Reveal it, put it into your hand. No drawback, no nothing. If you think you have a lot of similar type Pokemon as there are in your local metagame, Friend Ball might be a hot call for your deck. If you do not, stay away from this card because you will be searching for nothing, and that doesn't sound too friendly, does it? This card seems like it's a pretty good choice to include. Maybe if you're like playing Malamar and you're trying to think that there's going to be a lot of other Malamar in the format, or maybe even if you're playing Pikarom, your opponent might typically have a Dedenne on their bench. Whatever the cause is, Friend Ball does seem like it could see some merit in the future. Next up, Mysterious Treasure, hands down a staple for a Psychic or a Dragon type deck, or both, as we've seen in Malamar decks with Ultra Necrozma or the new Garchomp Giratina Tag Team GX. You discard a card from your hand, search your deck for any Psychic or Dark or Dragon Pokemon, and put it into your hands. No drawbacks really, it's just discard a single one. This card is better than Ultra Ball for Psychic and Dragon Pokemon. Basically, this card is what we're using to replace Ultra Ball and Nest Ball in our new formats. So you reveal a Pokemon from your hand, put it back into the deck, and then you search your deck for a Pokemon. Pretty simple enough if you ask me. Not as great as what Nest Ball or Ultra Ball could have been, but it's a good in-between median that I think that we will see a lot of play in our new format. Next up, one of my personal favorite cards, because I am known as the Blacephalon King. Once during your turn, you can search your deck for an Ultra Beast card, reveal it, put it into your hand. In my Blacephalon deck currently, my Blacephalon GX Naganadel deck, I should say, I play 4 copies of this card because it could search out all my Blacephalon, my Poipole, my Naganadel, basically everything, every single turn, which is super consistent. And jumping into a little bit more of an oddball one, Jasmine, coming from the Team Up set. So you could search your deck for a Metal Pokemon of any kind and put it into your hand. If you went second and it's your first turn, you could search your deck for 5 Metal Pokemon instead. This could be a great way to get a bunch of Pokemon, especially if you're trying to build a Magnezone deck. Getting a bunch of Magnemites, or even like Melmetals, whatever you need. You can even grab the Stage 1, the Stage 2s, whatever you need with Jasmine. She looks like she has your back. And we got Lizia. So in the same way in my Energy Search video, Lizia could search out a Beast Energy Prism Star. This card can search out Prism Star Pokemon. Most notably, it could search out Shaman Prism Star or Latias, or not Latias, Tapu Koko Prism Star, but it can search out Latias Prism Star too. Whatever Prism Star Pokemon you're playing, this will allow you to search them. You don't need to put them onto your bench, and you can search your deck for up to 2 of them, so it's a great way to get them out of your deck early. And last but not least, we have Professor Elm's Lecture. So I did include this in my basic Pokemon search, because most basic Pokemon do have 60 HP or less, unless you're dealing with a tag team Pokemon, but there are a select few Stage 1 Pokemon that do have 60 HP or less, so this can technically search out Pokemon, which is a broad term. I didn't include other cards on this list, such as Netball, because they can only search out basic Pokemon, and when I think about searching Pokemon, I like to think of very few drawbacks, maybe type-specific, or in this case, HP-specific search. So if you are building a deck such as Lost March or a Pokemon that has an ultra low kind of HP, something like, I don't know, Shedinja, this will allow you to search it out very quickly at your leisure to make sure that you can get yourself set up correctly. So that being said, if you think I forgot anything, feel free to let me know. It'd be great to hear some feedback from you viewers. Really appreciate it. That being said, I enjoyed creating this video. If you like this video, be sure to like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your homies, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, put those notifications on so you know when our next video is dropping. If you're really trying to support the channel, consider becoming a patron by going to patreon.com/rarecandytcg. So if you really like the channel, totally hope that you could do that. That being said, I'm Zach Lesage. If you want to follow me on my Pokemon journey, you could follow me at ZLesage Pokemon, and I'm trying to play Pokemon every single day to improve as much as possible. So that's it for today. We will be continuing on with this series, so be sure to keep your eyes peeled back for that one. Listen out for it. And that's it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. It's been my pleasure.